Hotep Black Power. As always, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. My sister, Chief of Staff Brother Harris Abdul of the Street Law Soldiers, my father, my in-laws, and all of our ancestors, as well as my subscribers and those who are fighting for the liberation and salvation of the black nation. I want to bring to your attention, first of all, returning, as you can see. I hope you got some understanding and information concerning my attendance at the homegoing service for our Queen, Shakai Wilson, and Makai Wilson, and it was very, 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 very touching celebration today. However, let's get to this subject matter. I want to bring to your attention this situation about this Ice Ape, who claims that's the picture of the Ice Ape right there, but the actual video shot, I couldn't get a clear. Well, they haven't released a clear video of the actual event that happened, so I got the best photo as I could possibly get of the exact situation and tragedy that took place in Florida, where this motherfucking cracker, 34 years old, murdered a young man over a parking space. Now, this stand your ground, this is just some straight bullshit. This stand your ground law in Florida really doesn't mean nothing but put a nigga in the ground. That's what the law means. Now, what happened down there, him and the cracker and the brother were arguing over a parking space, a handicapped parking space, and the argument became heated and fueled, and the brother pushed this cracker. Cracker fell down, and while he was sitting down on his ass on the ground, he shot the brother and killed the brother. Now, first of all, he wouldn't have. See, this was premeditated. Not only was this shit wasn't no stand your ground, where this cracker sheriff got on national TV talking about this motherfucker. It was a vicious, violent shove. However, when he got out of the vehicle, this cracker had intentions on murdering a brother. He had intentions on murdering that brother, and that push on the ground was the straw that broke the camel's back, and that's what he was looking for. Because crackers know they can't whoop brothers, so he knew that, and he waited on that. Otherwise, he would have never exited his vehicle armed. So that's complete bullshit. But see, had it been the other way around, and a brother had killed that cracker, that brother would have been under the goddamn jail. See, what y'all gotta understand, it ain't no war on drugs and a war on terrorism. It's a war on niggas. Plain and simple. It's just that simple. It's a war on niggas. And this cracker with this stand your ground, and that shit is nothing but, all that shit is just a fucking, a green light for brothers to shoot, for crackers to kill black people. Because they know the majority of black men have some type of criminal history or some type of criminal record, and which prohibits them from purchasing a firearm legally. And these crackers who put the brothers away, who put black people away, they don't have criminal records, so they're able to purchase firearms. And this was set up by design. So these motherfucking devils have set this shit up where the stand your ground law only applies to whites, and it's a green light. If a nigga ever put their hands on you, kill him, and you're gonna get away with it. And this shit started with that fucking faggot George Zimmerman when he lied, and the jury went for that shit, and Charles Barkley agreed with the jury's decision. Now, how could Trayvon Martin have been beating him up and he was talking to law enforcement over the phone damn near the entire time until he murdered Trayvon? Trayvon wasn't even thinking about him. And even the police on the phone call told him, was he a threat or was he doing anything? And George Zimmerman said no. I know how they look. He just looks like he's up to something. All that type of shit, man. And we buy into that shit. And then you got niggas that co-sign that bullshit. You know, this brother here, let me see if I can get a good picture. See if I can get a good picture of him. A clear picture of this brother. Now, I'm quite sure you all, know who this brother is. This is the brother that was murdered by the cracker over that parking space. And he doesn't appear to look like he was a hell of a threat. And the cracker, he wanted to murder because once again, he got out of his vehicle with a firearm and fighting and killed that brother over a handicapped parking spot. And, he would never exited the vehicle with a weapon if it wasn't premeditated. Even the brothers, the sister even said that it was cold-blooded murder. So, and also, I believe I have some other information, but I'll discuss that in a minute. This is the devil who said that they weren't going to charge this cracker with any type of criminal charge or anything because the shove was a violent shove, which they believe he had reason and justification for taking that man's life because he got pushed. This pussy fuck boy ass cracker got pushed. So, brothers and sisters. Yeah, brothers and sisters, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm right now today I'm having difficulties, video difficulties. So, what I'll do is I'm just going to try to convey the information. But once again, with this stand your ground, niggas to the ground law that they have, which totally is a green light once again for crackers to kill brothers and sisters. That's all it is. It's nothing else. The same way as on the BART train where those two sisters were stabbed by this ICE ape. And like I said, I have photos of everything, but at this time I'm having difficulties, video difficulties, so please bear with me. Nevertheless, and then the brother gets, one of the family members goes on television and tells a message to the black community to stand down until they get a certain amount of information. Now, it's apparent that this cracker was killing people of color on the motherfucking train. Because before he got on the train, I believe he stabbed his grandmother or something of that nature. I believe. I could be wrong. But he went on the train, slashed one of the sisters' throats and stabbed the other sister repeatedly, in which she, made her transition, and she lost her life behind this cracker. And they talking about that it's not racially motivated. And that's complete bullshit. Now, why wasn't he shot? Why wasn't he shot when he stabbed and murdered those people on the BART train? But yet when the brother went in Trader Joe's and began shooting, he was shot. I don't know how severe the shot was. And now they're going to charge him with murder because the police were so anxious and in a rush to kill this brother. They end up shooting and murdering the manager with their bullet. The police killed the manager, going out of their way trying to kill this nigga. And now they're going to charge him with murder. And they made up some shit that in the commission of a felony, if someone is fatally wounded and they don't have to actually be the one that wounds the person and still can be charged with the murder. See how sick these motherfuckers are? Where they sit back and make these laws up and design them strategically for the protection of the complexion. And that means these laws are designed to uphold the system of racism, white supremacy, white inferiority, because they're not supreme. So let's be clear about that. Serena Williams, who married an ICE ape and has a child by this ICE ape. And I'm not gonna talk about the innocent baby. I'm not gonna do that. I'm dealing with the ICE ape and the bed wench. That she lost her match, which I don't give a fuck. I could care less if she doesn't win anything. If she doesn't even win a box of cereal playing tennis anymore, it really doesn't make me no difference. Cause she is a bed wench. She is a straight bed wench, and I can see her if we were 100 and something years back, and I could see her racing, running on the plantation, doing somersaults for Massa and all that, but at the same time, Massa's pumping her full of babies, having his way and just raping her ass, and she fucks around and enjoys it, tells on all the other slaves, because that's what a bed wench does. That's what a bed wench does. And so, when she said she had a taste for Italian food, he flew her to Italy or some shit like that. And see, don't let these ice apes fool you. See, he did that to show her that, you got a real man now. You don't have all those niggas you fuck with. They never cared about you like me. Look at that. Soon, just because you got a taste for Italian food, I'll fly you to Italy. But it's probably her money you're using, you ice ape motherfucking mountain dog, snow monkey ass motherfucking cracker. You know what you're doing. You want to be in the spotlight. And that's the only way you could have gotten noticed by America, is by fucking the bed wench. Because she's known now. You have fame and your face is known throughout the world. You motherfucking crackers are so slick, and some of you sisters, when you're just like these brothers, when y'all get money, y'all jump over the goddamn fence and you leave the black community suffering. You leave the black community hurting and aching, economically, financially, morally, where you have our children thinking you are so great. But in reality, you're nothing but a piece of shit that has been given a gift from the Creator. And you have taken that gift and collaborated with the enemy. And you have hopped the fence. And you have left the other slaves behind, starving, hungry, and dying. But yet, they still root for you motherfuckers on these sports channels, ESPN and the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, the NHL. The black community, our children and babies still look up to you motherfucking niggas. But see, your way of saying fuck them is by not showing up in the hood. And that's what I said. Anytime any of you athletes or entertainers make it big, you should not be allowed to come back in the hood you grew up in unless you paying dues. And I'm not talking about, damn well, I'm not talking about handing out $50 bills or anything of that nature. But it wouldn't hurt you to hand out some bills to some homeless. But nevertheless, we're talking about coming back, doing something or building something that the black community is dying without it, such as a vocational school, drug rehab, sports and entertainment departments in our junior, middle, and high schools. Visits and seminars and assemblies and lectures, which you talk to the children regularly, annually. And see, a lot of you not doing that. Because the white man has instructed you that it's not a good idea to go back in the hood. And a lot of you are not allowed to do that. You have signed waivers and paperwork stating that you will not return to the hood to give up any money to be a strong participant in the rebuilding of your hood in which you grew up in. That's how faggoty you motherfuckers are. I don't give a damn how famous you are or what the fuck you do. And see, we have a habit of sticking up and making justifications for the entertainers and athletes that we like. All of them with the exception of a few, are nothing but porch monkeys that serve your white master. You serve master, you don't look out for your brothers and sisters. You look down on them. They're beneath you. They're scum in your world. But what goes around comes around. You know, but Serena Williams is a foul slut. She's a foul slut ass bed wench. Motherfucking house nigga. It's plain and simple. You know. Once again, this stand your ground law. You know, the white man is trying to take your ass out. And you all keep coming up with these fucked up solutions, these weak ass solutions about marching, writing bills, begging and crying and writing letters and petitions and declarations and all of this bullshit. Marching. Black Lives Matter and all these programs that have been given to us. Black Lives Matter is a program by George Soros. This cracker bankrolled the organization of Black Lives Matter, provided that you don't talk about black men. In which, that's how it started with the Freddie Gray murder. And if you look on their program, they don't mention anything about the black men being police terrorism. All you see now is women, lesbians, picking up sisters on television. I don't know what kind of show that they have. I don't know the name of that show. But it's sisters. These white bitches pick up these lesbos, pick up these sisters and turn them out. But nevertheless, this white man, he has licensed weapons, licensed weaponry. They have those armor-piercing bullets. And they're doing everything in their power to provoke a race war. Provoke a race war. And we are scared to death. Not all of us. Not all of us. But there's too many of us that are afraid. So that gives them an automatic win. That makes them, gives them the ability to smash our asses. Because the first thing the average nigga said, oh, he got all the army and the navy and all this. No. It's just as many blacks and brown people in the armed forces as it is ice apes. So that doesn't make that's nothing. That doesn't make a difference. What makes a difference is the heart behind everything. See, a lot of y'all don't have heart. You can sit on social media and critique and criticize other brothers and sisters that are doing their best to put in work to try to participate in the liberation and salvation of our black nation. But some of you slave for that motherfucking cracker every day. And then when you come home, you be so infected with white supremacy that it's hard for you to readjust yourself and become black again. A lot of y'all out there know what I'm talking about. A lot of you know. You know, I met two brothers that fit that description today. You know, and so our thinking. Once our youth, once they realize who the real enemy is, because we have our own military called gangs. And this generation of youth and children is probably the strongest generation of children and youth and young adults that the planet has ever seen. It's just the misinformation, the demasculization, turning our men into women. Because pedophilia and incest runs heavily in the black community as we speak. But we gotta start arming ourselves as well. Once again, the black youth is powerful brothers. And this Black Lives Matter shit is nothing but a piece of shit. Our young guards are equipped and ready for battle. A lot of them are ready for battle. They just battling the wrong people. They battle each other. And once they realize who they are and what they get when we become liberated, that everything that we created and invented and built, when we receive that, when we get that back and take that back, all the malls, the airports, all of the organic food, every invention that you can name, from the cell phone to the desktop computer, we invented that. We made those things. But everything that we have made and invented has been taken away from us, plagiarized and fixed, so it appeared that the cracker invented it. When in fact the cracker hasn't actually invented anything. But one thing that he is good for is that Roman Empire spirit. Because they love to fight. They love the medieval days. They love the days BC. They love those days. And AD. They love those days where the Romans and Syrians, all of these battles. Julius Caesar, Napoleon Bonaparte, Stalin, Hitler, Mussolini, Schwarzkopf, Powell, Storm and Norman. MacArthur, Patton, all of these motherfucking white rebel motherfucking military generals and leaders who insist on war and taking other people's land, other people's resources, other people's property, other people's women. And last but not least, other people's trains of thoughts and spirituality, as well as their culture. Because now you see ice apes dancing like brothers. And I want to touch back on Sister Jemiah Wilson. Micaiah Wilson. Excuse me. You know, it was approximately 10,000 people there. And word was that it was a strong possibility that two of the shooters may have been at the funeral, walking around to see what people know, and also to see who is talking with law enforcement, who's running their mouth about any information that they may have on these motherfuckers. Well, newsflash. Anybody that knows who the killers are and you don't report them, you are a fucking coward ass bitch. Have some heart. Have some heart. Trick these motherfuckers if you have to. But get them to turn themselves in before it gets too late. You know, the mayor, Muriel Bowser, as I told y'all in the previous videos, all she does, you know, is look for a skirt to lick. She wasn't even at the homegoing service. But nevertheless, back to the subjects at hand. You know, our prayers go out to the brother who was murdered in Florida by this ICE ape. You know, and hopefully someone will step up and demonstrate some judicial skills, whereas, you know, you can make some shit happen. You know, I'll just say that. You know, because there's no way that this cracker is supposed to get away with this. And if there's any lawyers or attorneys out there, specifically brothers and sisters, brothers specifically, that you can defend this family, the victim's family, and light this cracker's ass up, I send my energy out to you as well. Brothers and sisters, it's time. It's time. We got to start uniting. We have to start linking up. Put our differences to the side. Put our religious beliefs to the side. Put our trains of thoughts to the side. And let's bring one common denominator to one another. And that's that we're strong, real men. Black men. Original people of the planet. First people of the planet. You know, we can do this, brothers and sisters. But I'm not finished, because right now, I'm just getting ready to go and do some more research. But I'm going to come back. I got a couple of more videos that I'm going to come back with. And I'm going to, I'm going to do a video on our heroes and sheroes, past and present. So, until we meet again, brothers and sisters, Hotep, Black Power.